Good evening, everyone. Oh my god, 3 people? Surely that can't be right. Don't tell me I've got to check something's working already. Surely not. 26, that's ever so slightly better. Whoop, feedback. Right, welcome to another Creaky Blinder Live. I've got nothing particularly special to talk about today, but I did want to start off by thanking everyone for tipping me past 4,000 subscribers. I am now on 4,000. What am I on? I am now on 4,230 subscribers, so I am well happy with that. And it's only because of you guys, for some reason, watching me and subscribing to my channel that I've been able to do it. So cheers, guys. And yeah, as you can see, I've relapsed and I'm back on the Pepsi Max. Yes. Thank you again, as always, to Turquoise Laura and Grumpy Old Man, or TNT, if that's still his username on YouTube. They will feed any questions you may or may not have for me into a private Discord server. So if there's anything you want to know, just tag one of the admins in the side chat and they will feed me the questions. So who've we got? S2000 GT, as always. Is there anybody new watching? Anybody who's never seen any of my videos before or never watched one of my live streams? I can see that Jeff from Vietnam is here. So do I assume from that, Jeff, that the schools in Vietnam get half term at the same time as UK because you're up at 1:30 a.m. on a school night? Right, Mav64, are you asking who I am? So I take it from that you've accidentally stumbled into my live stream. Well, you may be disappointed. Michael Frey, welcome. Fight the Flat Earth sent you. Good old fight. Hello, Felix F. Sir Mildred Pierce, is it? You've seen them all. You've seen all my videos. Cruising with Jay. Oh, you listen to my videos. Awesome. Finish mine. Mav64, you're really confusing me. So you're a sub and you're asking who I am. Why is that? Anyway. It's really confusing me. I know you never miss them, Jeff, and because I've never had the opportunity before, I will say thank you to you now for choosing to be one of my Patreons. It is appreciated. Jesse Cook, hello. What's my take on the pictures of the black hole? They're absolutely awesome, and the amount of work that went into to get in those images for us is absolutely phenomenal. But I can't help looking that it just kind of looks like a big coffee stain. Let me see if I can pull some information up. Because I heard, I can't remember if I heard it somewhere or if I read it, it took... Yeah, so the black hole image data was spread across 5 petabytes stored on about half a ton of hard drives. And there was so much data that it had to be physically transported. These hard drives had to be physically transported. They couldn't even send it digitally. Michael Frey, wait, you're Welsh. What gave it away, Michael? Yeah, it did, Jeff. It took was it 2 years? I thought it was more than that, actually. Yeah, it was incredible, cruising with Jay. Taffy 3350, what part of Wales am I from? I'm from the Welsh part, mate. I don't give my location away, I'm afraid. Not that it's a massive secret. But the thing is, because I've made such an issue out of it, more and more people are getting curious. I'm from South Wales, and that's as accurate as I'm going to get. And it's not the valleys. There's 1 or 2 people that know, and that's the way I intend to keep it for the time being. Hello, Doug Brown. Radical, how are you, sir? How's my favourite night? Go, go, go to you as well, Mav64. Yeah, Steve, they probably will claim that the black hole images, they'll either claim they're part of some conspiracy or they'll claim they're fake. Oh, 60 people watching me now. The pressure is on. The pressure is on. Spiffy as always. I thought the picture of the black hole was in Merthyr Tydfil. Yeah, there's a few black holes in Merthyr Tydfil S2000. I agree with you there, 100%. Flat Earth brains are fake. I studied 3D design at college. At West Pems. You did, Turquoise Laura? Studied 3D design? Very interesting. I tell you what, let's just put the... Oh shit, which one is it now? That one. Put it on the screen and then I can see exactly what's going on then, and there's nothing too distracting. No, that doesn't really help. Doesn't really help at all. Carly said, did I watch the non-sequitur show yesterday? No, I've not had a chance to watch it yet, but I've had a bit of a funny weekend. I've been pretty busy all weekend with one thing or another, and I will catch up during the week. Greetings from Cornwall, Otto von Skidmark. Good evening, Otto von Skidmark. That's an awesome name. I've never actually been to Cornwall. I've eaten a few of your pasties, but I've never actually been to Cornwall, and I've always wanted to. I'm reliably informed that it's a very pretty part of the British Isles. Good evening, Mike Bertleston. Mike? Sir Mildred Pierce. Look, I'm on TV now. Oh, so you're watching on your TV then, Sir Mildred. Not the valleys, judging by the accent. It's more likely to be Neathway, maybe Pontypridd, Pontypool. Oh, you were from Pontypool. Hello, Pontypool. It's not Pontypridd or Neath, I'm afraid. Stop asking me. Stop asking me. Are people really that concerned about where I'm from then that they feel the need to ask in every live stream? Or is it the fact that I've chosen not to say where I'm from makes people more curious? You can see Cornwall from South Wales on a clear day. And I nearly slipped and said something then, which would have given away my location. Very clever. Neath. No, I'm not from Neath or Neath. S2000 GT. Did you know there's actually a really successful YouTuber from Neath, or Neath if you're posh, Bambino Becky. Her channel's not my cup of tea. She's a young girl, and she was interviewed on the True Geordie podcast, and one of those gaming channels gave her a shout out, KSI, and her channel has absolutely exploded, and she's left Neath and moved to London, and now she does fundraising streams every week, because obviously living in London is slightly more expensive than living in Neath. Haunted TV asked, did Conspiracy Cats win his footy last night, or did he let the UK team down? I gotta be honest with you, Haunted TV, I was meant to be a guest on that stream, but they were really late starting, and because I'm an old get, I fell asleep, so I didn't know. I don't know, actually. I'd like to think he did, because Americans call it soccer anyway. At the Casual Spaceman, Creaky's location. Why is everyone so obsessed with where I am? I just don't get it. You get paid to live in Neath. You do actually, S2000, I've heard that. Apparently it's a lovely place. Cruising with Jay. Right, hang on, I'm jumping ahead now. King of where? King of somewhere. So they can send... oh, so crazy fans can send me their knickers. Not sure I'd be keen on that, but and Mrs. Blinder definitely wouldn't, so we'll give that a miss. I just saw a question. Evening, the Grim Reaper. How are you, sir? You're not late. You just didn't get here at the beginning. It's not the same thing. Hang on, somebody called me bald. How rude. I'm not bald, I've just got a very high forehead. Taffy. Okay, I think I know it now. If you have a famous cold jaw nearby, or a log flume that has gone to shit, say yes. But you sound like you're from Blaina. I'm not from Blaina, and I'm not sure what you mean by cold jaw. Or am I? Oh, dear me. Dear me. Maybe one day I'll do a video revealing my location, if that would make everyone happy. There's no special reason why I've chosen not to say where I am. It's just never really come up until my channel started growing, at which point people suddenly became overly interested in where I'm from. How's the sound and everything tonight as well, guys? By the way, I'm guessing the fact that nobody has mentioned it in the side chat, that I've actually managed to get the sound and everything else working right tonight. I went to the pub last night dressed as a tennis ball. Got served straight away. Are we doing dad jokes, Otto von Skidmark? I'm a bit of a master at the dad joke. I like that one. I like that one. I met the guy that invented the windowsill today as well. What a ledge. It's strangely spot on. Turquoise Laura, I am deeply offended by your surprise. But I am equally as surprised. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you actually take the time to investigate what was causing the sound issues, which I did. And where's Wally? You sound like a pommy. What, a pomegranate? I'm guessing by that, Where's Wally, you are from Australia. Curve Pimp. Creaky isn't Welsh. He's from Brooklyn, New York. That's where the accent came from. Yeah. I am, yeah. Oh, sorry, Cruising with Jay. I did see the question. Where did I come up with the name of the Creaky Blinder? It's unique. It is unique. And so am I. And it's nothing overly clever. Nothing secretive. Cruising with Jay, I believe you are in the UK. If you are, you will be aware of the TV show Peaky Blinders. And if you've watched any of my videos, you will be also aware of my love for hats. Peaky Blinders couldn't be used for obvious reasons. And I'm not that peaky. At my age, I'm more creaky, which is why I'm the Creaky Blinder. See, I could tell from your name, Where's Wally, that you were Australian. Plus, I've seen you comment on my videos and other people's videos loads of times. Oh, Cruising with Jay, you're in the US, so the Peaky Blinders means nothing to you. Then Google it. It's an awesome TV show, and you can watch it online, and it's based on... Oh, hang on. Anyway, cracking channel, mush. Taffy3530. Well, there's a term I hear a lot, if that's any sort of a clue to you. But not but. So I'm guessing Have a Good Evening But is from Aberdare, Merthyr, somewhere in that neck of the woods. Yeah, sorry, Cruising with Jay. So if you're in the US, I don't think the Peaky Blinders has been shown on US TV, but I know that you can find it online, and some of my other subscribers have told me that they massively enjoyed it. And it is actually based on... What's the best way to describe it? It's factually based, but the story is massively embellished. Like, for example, that they used to wear razor blades stitched into the peak of their cap. They actually didn't, because they were about Jimmy Callahan. Yeah, it is on Netflix, I believe, but yeah, the first 4 seasons are on Netflix. It was a myth that they used to have razor blades stitched into the peak of their caps, because in the early 1900s, when the Peaky Blinders were actually a gang, razor blades were still a luxury item. So in their poorer days, before they made enough money, they just wouldn't have been able to afford the razor blades to put in their hats. But they were a very violent Birmingham street gang. And glorified story then. Yeah, I suppose you could say that, Cruising with Jay. They've hammed it up to make it into a watchable TV program, and it's absolutely awesome. And if you have a look at my Patreon, my reward tiers are based on the characters from the show. Where's Wally is a mate of Critical Think, the upside down Aussie. Yeah, we haven't seen anything from Critical Think for a while. Give him my regards, Where's Wally, and tell him I was asking after him. S2000 GT when Birmingham wasn't rough. Yeah. Can I say no comment, mate? Sue Pinter, how are you this evening? Sue Pinter, oh, you're Canadian. I don't know why I sounded so surprised by that, Sue. I just assume that... Why do I just assume that everyone's American? Is that bad? Why isn't my chat automatically... Thank you, Turquoise Laura, for posting that link. Yeah, Cruising with Jay, if you have a look at the Patreon... I'm not asking you to be a Patreon, right? But, you know, while you're there, if you wanted to... You can see the character names. Finn is like the baby brother. That's why he's only $1. And then you've got Arthur Shelby, Thomas Shelby, who's the main man, and so on and so forth. Really boring, but I'm a fan. S2000 GT. Oh, you're half Brummy. Which half, mate? Top or bottom? I'm actually half. No, this is. I always find this a bit confusing. So my grandfather was from Durham, so it's debatable. Was he a Geordie? Was he not? I always called him a Geordie. So he that makes my dad half Geordie. So does that make me a quarter Geordie? Don't know. Don't care either. Right then. I just saw the question. Right, I've asked that one. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Okay, Rajal, I'll have a look at that later because that's really confused me. And it's rude for me to read questions that aren't going to be read out. Yeah, no. Right, so howdy, Mr. Blinder from the good old US of A. See, America. I just assume everyone's from America except for Radical because I've spoken to him and heard his voice, so I know he's not from America. But I suppose there's Dutch people in America, but not as spiffy as Radical, obviously. I just saw some. Anyone else excited for Game of Thrones tomorrow? I'm really way behind with Game of Thrones. I watched the first 3, maybe 4 seasons, and then I got distracted because I saw a butterfly. Sue Pinter, you were born in England and also you emigrated to Canada. So you've gone from really bad weather to really cold weather then. Isn't it cold everywhere in Canada, or is that just stereotyping? I'm in the same boat there. Paulie Doodle, hey Creaky, do you know any flatties in real life? Sadly, I do, only one, and I wouldn't say I know him. He's a customer of mine, and yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. Because I find it very, very frustrating whenever I have to deal with them. And I think I've said in a live stream before that I thought I'd lost him as a customer because the last time he was in, our conversation got quite heated, but he actually came in again a few weeks ago, and he noticed one of my pictures I've got up in my office, which is, I think it was an old thumbnail that I printed off, and it's me and a picture of the globe next to me, and he went, I don't believe in that either. And I just said, mate, never look up my YouTube channel in that case, because prior to that he'd spent nearly half an hour while I was putting decals on his van trying to explain to me about the mud flood, and in the end I just said, mate, I don't want to talk about this sort of garbage. Just have your van sign written, and then, well, I said something a bit worse than that actually, but I'm not going to put it in the stream. So, I have a question for you, as I always do. Hang on a sec. Cruising with Jay's got a co-worker who is a space is fake, a moon landing, a flat earth rolled into one, and very aggressive about it. Yeah, this is the problem with a lot of them. See, Cruising with Jay, they actually do get aggressive about it. You could call it passionate, but I don't know. I think it's because, and I've said this before, deep down they know it's a load of nonsense. And when they can't, when they can see they can't get any headway with their argument, everyone loves air quotes on the internet. Once they can see they can't get anywhere with their argument, they tend to get on their high horse, get a bit heated and a bit mean and a bit leery and a bit rowdy, as we say here in the UK. Ah, I'm gutted as well. I knew I had something to tell you all. I've had to buy new glasses because these aren't my real, well, these are real glasses, but they're not my real glasses. These are my old glasses, which, so in real life, I wear, I can't see you. These are my real glasses. Very Ron Cray, aren't they? But I can't use them because now, because they're varifocals, I'd have to do the entire stream like this. And sometimes like that. Which isn't a good look. And these, the Creaky Blinders glasses, are just my old glasses. Before I got to the age where I needed varifocals. And I've just got to the point now where I can't see enough through these to function on the computer, so I've had to buy new glasses. And Specsavers, the useless articles that they are, didn't have any black glasses. How can you not have black glasses? Don't they know who I am? I'm Mr. Blinder now. I've got 4,231 subscribers. How dare they not have black glasses? So from next week, the Creaky Blinder is going to have very, very, very dark grey glasses. S2000, have you actually had laser eye surgery? I did. Oh, new subscriber. Critical Think. What was I saying? I got a bit starstruck then. Critical Think subscribed to me. Oh, if he comes into the stream now, I'll go full on fanboy. Increase my font size. No, I don't want to do that. What was I doing? Yeah, so you have S2000. I actually made an appointment to go and find out about it, and I bottled it because I don't want anyone burning my eyes with lasers. And I got a really weird prescription anyway. With when I'm, is this really boring, or is this the kind of thing you want to know? This will sound really confusing, right? But it's the truth, 100%. When I look, I'm only looking through my left eye. My right eye shuts down until I close my left eye. And then at that point, my right eye becomes active. Which is bizarre, because when they're both open, I can't see straight ahead out of my right eye, but I've got peripheral vision. Like I can sort of see my hand moving at the side. It's a bit Al Jolson, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't know. Laser eye surgery is the best choice can make. Remind the wife did with burning. I need new glasses too. Yeah, the trouble is, Amy Hogan, I've had new glasses and I've just had to get prescription variofocal sunglasses, so that's really why Specsavers didn't have black glasses. They actually had loads of glasses. They just didn't have any in the 25 quid range, which was all I was willing to pay for glasses that I only wear when I'm recording video and working on the computer, because I've spent nearly 500 quid on glasses in the last 2 months, and I'm far too poor to spend any more on glasses. Oh, Lottie, he's just a dickhead, S2000. He calls me a bin dipper all the time. Yeah, of course I'm a bin dipper, mate. I own 2 businesses. and go to work when I feel like going. Yeah, bin dipper, good one, pal. Do 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 do. Oh, have I just had a round of applause for? See, my eyes are so bad I can't even see what that said. What did that say, guys? What was the round of applause about? Right, I'm just gonna... Ah, Critical Think is here, is he? Ah, the chat is lagging so far behind. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, so for anyone who's curious, Lottie is... he's just a flat earther, nobody important. And he likes to call me a bin dipper, which... I'm assuming he's Welsh because it's kind of slang for somebody who's got no money, so they go looking through bins for clothes and food, and it's like a dumpster diver. Yeah, that's it. There we are, Cruising with Jay. I said it as you typed it. A dumpster diver. Oh, he's hysterical, as are all flat earthers. But now he's banned from the chat, so kiss it, big boy. Right, back to the people who actually want to be here to interact rather than be a complete dicktard. Or what's that you say, Radical? Dick flute. Or as somebody said, a cock whistle. All the same thing. Christ Puncher. Cool name. You haven't really missed much at all. Yep, Dick Flute Radical. I wonder if there's actually a man in the world whose name is Richard Flute. I'd love it if there was. I'm going to Google that now because I'm childish. Richard Flute. No, there's loads of pictures of men named Richard playing the flute, which isn't quite as funny. Ah, dear me. Oh, easy Cruising with Jay. The algorithm is always watching. Hang on a minute, surely that's not the real Elon Musk in the chat. No, I'm joking. There was a Richard Head in school with me as well, Mike. But we didn't used to call him Dick. His name was actually Richard Head. And I knew somebody, I find it really funny, I don't know why, probably nobody else will, but his surname is Case, C-A-S-E, and his first name is Justin, which I found highly amusing, because I am very childish. Critical Think is here! Hello Critical Think, how are you, sir? If you were on screen now, which way up would you be? I'm guessing upside down, all the blood is rushing to your... How does your hat never fall off? Mine stays on because I'm the right way up. Why does your hat never fall off? Somebody asked what flavour I'm vaping. It's blackcurrant again. Oh, so there are people actually called Richard Flute if you use quote marks. I'm going to try that now. And I apologise to Critical Think, because if he's come here for educational, smart-sounding content, it may be the wrong channel, dude. Oh, there are people called Richard Flute. There's people... There's people called Richard Flute on Facebook as well, Radical. You should ask one of them. You should search Radical and see if any of them have got a YouTube channel. And if they're interested in appearing in one of your videos, that would be awesome. Hang on a sec, Super Ghost. I had a supply teacher in secondary school whose surname was slang for a cigarette. Mind you, he did look like a mad scientist and stink of garlic. Al Loop, eh? Al Loop. Sorry, I got told off. The E is silent, isn't it? Al Loop. I might keep it up with the questions, everybody. Or am I missing some? There we are. Super Ghost. People that can't argument or debate tend to point and attack the character, which just shows their maturity. Oh, I thought you liked me, Super Ghost. That's exactly what I do. Kind of. No, I will say I don't attack the person. I attack the idea that they believe in. That's how I justify it. Does that sound believable? My deja vu. You said hello to me, didn't you? You're a new subscriber, my deja vu. Is anyone French? Talking about French people, this is more addressed to Turquoise Laura and Radical. Has anyone... Hang on a second. I was Lottie the numbnuts back in here. Well, if you're not a flat earther, what are you doing here then? Has anyone heard anything from Rapid X lately? I haven't spoken to him for weeks, and I haven't seen him for weeks. Well, not seen him, you know what I mean. He seems to have disappeared. No, that's not what I wanted to do, man. I wanted to do that, which I know you can't see, so that makes absolutely no sense to you. Oh, right, so Lottie is here being hypercritical with his one subscriber and no content, so awesome. Good job, pal. Good job. So if I just do that, and then do that, and then do... What do I do? Aha, do that. Now I click there. And now I go most peculiar. He's already on the band. Anyway, leave him knock himself out. I'm not interested or bothered anyway. Right, I've Loop, Orphan Red, Mensa Centerfold. Yeah, she's gonna make the most of that, isn't she, for as long as she possibly can. And I don't know if any of you saw, but the Sarcastic Barman did a video on Orphan Red last week, and she was in the chat. How she knew about it, I have no idea. She must Google her name every morning when she wakes up. And she was threatening him with a copyright strike. Fair use, love. Fair use. But there we go. Such is life. Love's in the air. Quick sip of the old Pepsi Max. Radical, if you're still in the chat, can I get away with playing a video in a live stream? I came across something earlier on, and I found it, shall I say interesting or amusing? Or maybe both. Bet she's been fair used, yeah. Yeah, Orphan Red's going to lord that Mensa acceptance over everybody now forever. Multi-Tom Tom, link you to what? Oh, you're a flat earther as well, aren't you? What do you want me to link you to, Multi-Tom Tom? Are you really good at giving directions to people by any chance? You do realise that the G in GPS stands for global, don't you? Yeah, no, there's no music or anything in what I wanna show. Oh, Lottie Bammer, you're banned from Cardiff for your atrocious behaviour. I haven't been to Cardiff today. Pleb. Yeah, just keep timing him out, Laura. I'm not bothered whether he's here or not, to be honest. But, yeah, I thought that might be the case, Rajigal. Because I found... Creaky, how come you don't have any guests? I do have guests, I just haven't got a guest on with me tonight. And if you mean why do I never have any flat earthers on my channel, it's because I've got absolutely no interest in having a flat earther on my channel. That's not what my channel's about. Is that what you're asking, Multi-Tom Tom? So yeah, so that's why I never have any what's the Orphan Red video of opening a Met? Yeah, she had. It was obvious she wasn't going to risk opening that live on a stream, was she? Because imagine if she hadn't got in. But I said when I made a video about her that I don't think she's as stupid as she makes out. I think it's all an act. She's just a very good actress. It's, you know, she's playing up to the cameras, and that's why her channel's got so many subscribers, because there's obviously people that like your behaviour on stream today, not in the city. What behaviour? What stream? What are you talking about, Lottie? Lots of Lotties. I have no idea what you're on about, dude. Define very good actress. Well, she's able to act like an airhead, isn't she, Rajigal? So does that qualify her as being a good actress? Fact, Tom Tom, the newest Glober is here. I did, Jeff, yeah, they were really cool, actually. I did have a look at them. I thought I'd replied. Oh, no, you emailed me more, didn't you? And I looked at those, but I didn't reply to them. Yeah, I did. They were awesome. So am I right in thinking that in Vietnam they're still producing signage the old way? Hand-painted? Oh, dear me. I don't know what's attracted the flat the flat earthers here tonight. Super Ghost UK, I've solved the flatty solution. An agency looking for volunteers for a one-way trip to Mars. They get to see the world is round and we don't need to associate with them anymore. Exactly. Oh. Scrat the Skeptic Squirrel. I've seen your name come up in the comments a few times. I don't know whether you're a... I think someone in the stream when she get her Mensa said it was 133 her score. Her score was 1-3. What score is required to gain entry into Mensa Scrat? I'm not sure. There's just another question I wanted to answer. And thank you for the super chat as well, Scrat the Skeptic Squirrel. The Casual Spaceman has have you been able to sort out the confusion with Discord yet? If not, there's plenty of people that can help you. Just jump in there and type the question, and there's plenty of people who will be kind enough to point you in the right direction. Not a problem. So it's 130 the score is to get into Mensa. Yeah, I know Lottie just keeps creating a new sock account every time he's timed out, so here on Mensa's entrance FAQs. Oh, very interesting. Are you going to post them here, or? Oh yeah, you can't post links, I'm afraid, Mr. Unite for the Children. If I had a TARDIS, when and where would I travel to in the universe? I don't know. Has it got to be somewhere real, or can it be somewhere not real? Well. So anyone can, you can literally just sit the entrance exam then, but obviously at a cost. Mr. Unite for the Children, what's your username on Discord? Somebody can DM you then and give you the instructions. Super Ghost UK, my choice. I would go to the Star Wars universe, definitely then, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I always have been. And no, I wouldn't use it to go down the shops. Oh, dear me. Yeah, definitely the Star Wars universe. Jeff Spicker, yeah, I am back on the Pepsi. I've relapsed, I'm afraid. They've repossessed my my 1 month badge as well. Mr. Unite for the children. Oh, so there's... I don't know if you've got to have any qualifications as such, as you. I think you just have to pass the entrance exam. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Jabba the Hutt Steakhouse. Yeah, that would be awesome. No, I know. I am back on the Pepsi full-time, Renata. You're right. Why can't we have nice things? The Star Wars universe contradicts itself and makes no sense. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because it's science fiction. Isn't that blasphemy? Using the Doctor's right to go to another franchise. I've never watched Doctor Who. I've never really been interested in it. Creaky Blinder do a voiceover replacing Luke's voice for the new Star Wars trailer. I don't know if any of you've seen it, but there's actually... Hiya Fletcher, how are you? There's actually... But he had loads and loads of copyright issues, and his videos just kept getting taken down all the time. And there was a channel, and what was it? Jimbo Looney, and he used to do something called Taff Wars. So he used to overdub all the like the famous scenes from Star Wars, and it was absolutely awesome. It was hilarious. I'm not sure if it was funnier to me because I'm Welsh, or if yeah, Taff Wars. Lottie, why are you so determined to be here? It was Taff Wars. You're right. Lottie, as you are now known. Yeah, Taff Wars was absolutely awesome. But like I say, I don't know if you had to be Welsh to find it funny or what it was. And the Taffinator, yeah. And Beverly Hills Taff as well, S2000. I don't know if you've seen that. Boro Pat is Postman Pat. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Oh, dear me. I don't know what it is. It's just if you overdub some American TV with a Welsh accent, it just makes it hysterical. I really don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. The Ice Moon Taff. I haven't seen that one. No, I wasn't aware of that one either. But yeah, there's very few. Most of the Taff Wars videos you can find on YouTube now have been re-uploaded by other channels, because I don't know how much truth is in it, but I think LucasArts and not George Lucas himself, obviously, but is it LucasArts, the holding company was before they sold the franchise to Disney? I think they threatened to sue him, and he basically just stopped making videos then. S2000, you said it wrong. You should have said, I'll be back now in a minute. Not just, I'll be back in a minute. That's not very Welsh. That's much better. How many people are watching now? Let me just flip screens. 106 watching. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. The Logical Hillbilly. Lottie G. Oh my god. Oh, dear me, dear me. Turquoise Laura, I've just seen your message. I'm replying now. Dee 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 dee. There we are, reply sent. So have a look at that, let me know what you think, if you agree. Right, what was I saying before I got massively distracted? Yeah, I know. I'm surprised somebody would go to that much trouble just to keep reappearing in the chat. It makes absolutely no sense to me at all. Because I've got this thing known as a life, and it makes me far too busy to keep creating sock accounts on YouTube just so I can join people's live streams and annoy them. Excuse me, beg your pardon. Hang on. Right, I dream of a world where all Lotties are equal. So, Lottie, are you just here to chat and watch, or are you just here to insult me? Because if it's the latter, I don't see the point. It just confuses me. Deathpool Wilson. Okay, bye. I didn't even see you arrive. You bored of me now, are you? Sorry, pal. I will see you later. Wish there was a Welsh version of Father Ted. Those were the days of truly great. Father Ted was awesome. Yeah. Hang on a sec. What's going on in the... What? Where am I from? Asks Jado. I'm from South Wales, Jado. Wendy Lynn. Hello everyone, I'm in... Ah, right, fair enough. So maybe we got off on the wrong foot then, Lottie. Yeah? Ah, right. So I'm really confused now. So is he a troll who's just here to wind me up, or have we all got off on the wrong foot with him? Because he seems very determined to keep reappearing. And where are you from, Jado? And you're right, it is cool in South Wales. It was actually bloody freezing today. The weather's up and down like you wouldn't believe. Can I bring the chat? That's better. Why didn't I think of doing that before, so I haven't got to look over in that direction all the time? Christ Punchers from Earth, in case any of us were curious. I was wondering, actually, Christ Puncher, so thank you for that. Do they have plantations in South Wales? Plantations for what? I'm afraid to ask, Curve Pimp. But it's W-A-L-E-S, not Wales like the animals. So, what's that link you've just shared, TNT? Ah, to qualify for Mensa. Awesome, I'll have a look at that after. I may give it a shot myself. What do you think, guys? Superghost UK, you're a German living in Merrio, London. I frequent London myself, Superghost. I'd love to know which part of it you live in to be able to call it Merrio, London, because with the cost of living up there, I can't see there being much to be merry about unless you work in the city, of course. Unless you're a high flyer earning lots of lovely money. Because I certainly couldn't afford to live in the city of London. Cotton plantations. Oh, right. No, we don't have any of those type of plantations. We haven't got the weather for it, dude. It's cold. The only thing we can grow in Wales is leeks and ice and daffodils. Yeah, not those type of Wales radical. The type of Wales that Carl Edwards has just typed. Carl Edwards, why can't we have it? What was your name before Factard? Warren Evans, Soho. Soho to you as well. You're probably right there, Turtle Moves. I'm sure there are plenty of those in Merthyr. It's funny because whenever when anybody says anything like that, I'm not sure anyone other than the people from Wales get the reference. S2000. What, at the moment or in general? I'm hoping in general. Well, no, I'm not hoping in general either. That sounded awful. I'm not sure where... Didn't you tell me before where you were from, S2000? I think you did, actually. And that surprises... no, it doesn't surprise me, actually. Wendy Lynn says, my accent is nice. Thank you, Wendy Lynn. I'm sure a lot of people find it annoying and difficult to understand. Need to sign off. People have an early day tomorrow. Thank you, Elric, for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Oh, where the garden centre comes from, S2000 GT. Oh no, that's Wyville. I knew there'd be a punchline. I knew there would. Oh, Tribal Lottie now. Lottie, are you just creating a new account every time you get timed out? And uploading the same profile picture? Fact, Adam, I say in Wales is a good place to take a leak. No. When I worked, I've said in live streams before that I used to work for a soft drinks company that was based in Solihull, just outside Birmingham. And we were up there one day for a team meeting, and lunch was included, obviously, because it was a big company. So we go to get our lunch, and it was steak and ale pie, mashed potatoes, and leek, and a few other bits and pieces. And obviously, as soon as she heard my accent, she put the leek on my plate with a shovel. She was an old lady. I'll give you extra leek. I know the Welsh like leek. Yeah, stereotyping. Fletcher Isler, just wanted to check in. Keep up the great work. Have a great day. Have to go back to work. Enjoy the rest of your day and work, Fletcher. Don't tell anyone, but the Netherlands is actually a spaceship. We came from a galaxy called Holland, where the Dutch make stroopwafel. What's a stroopwafel? Stroopwafel. 96 watching. So 10 people have got bored and buggered off then. The Grim Reaper. Are there only 57 likes? How rude. How many dislikes are there though? Yeah, you're right there, Super Ghost. If the earth was flat, cats would have pushed everything off it by now. La 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 la. What a delicious. What? Hello? What? Oh, is it only now you're hearing about leaks? I find the delay extremely confusing because everything that's in the chat now is completely out of context. Logi Troll Knox. Logical of the Unhallowed Night. Don't spoil our secret. Oh, you were from the Netherlands as well, Logi Troll, are you? Come to Grange. Oh, you're from Cardiff then, Sir Mix-a-Lottie, are you? Come to Grangetown, you'll get shanked. Is Grangetown that bad, really? I get the feeling it's one of those places where it's not as bad as everyone makes out. But I could be wrong. I know where Grangetown is, obviously, but I can't imagine it's as bad as they say, Lottie, is it? S2000 GT, do the Dutch live in windmills? They do. Hey, Clear Cognition, how are you, sir? Yeah, they do. Radical lives in a windmill, don't you? And he grows tulips for a living. That's what he told me, anyway. Is it Radical? Is that not true? Your wife is from Grangetown, S2000. You didn't want her to live with you then, did you? How often does she visit? Oh, dear me. Sir Mix-a-Lottie. Yeah, I don't really know somebody. I've got an acquaintance who, him and his dad both live in Grangetown, I believe, and they said it's not the nicest place in Cardiff, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. But I suppose that's like anywhere else, you know. If you live there and you're part of that community, then, you know, you get used to where you live, is what I mean. And I don't think any one place is better than the other, and I can't stand people who look down their nose at people who live in places that are perceived not to be as nice as other places, if that makes sense. Where you live's got little to do with what you're like as a person, is what I'm trying to say. I also drive a DAF and wear clogs while smoking the green stuff. Yeah, I know. Obviously, Radical, it stands to reason. DAF, that's a truck. I used to work for Leyland DAF. That was my first job when I left school. I was a van driver for the Leyland DAF Truck Centre. Ely is disgusting, sir. I don't know anything about Ely. Oh, actually, I think I do. Yeah. I thought Radical was a no, it's Radical, not Radical. I'm sure that's a typo because that happened to me the other night. Oh, thank you, Clear Cognition. Why is there 7 in the chat? I don't get that. $2 super chat from Clear Cognition. Thank you, mate. You didn't have to. Oh, hang on. Loads of out of context messages coming through. I think YouTube delays your broadcast by about a minute. The stream chat versus the live chat is about a minute difference. Ah, right. That would explain it then. I knew that, really. I don't know. Waterloo, Ontario is the best Canada and the world. Is the best on Canada and the world. I've never been to Canada. I've never been to America. Clear Cognition is absolutely fine. It was odd that it was a $2 super chat and the message was 7. It just confused me. It's fine. It's fine, dude, honestly. Exactly, Jeff. I completely agree with you, and I'm assuming that's in relation to what I said a few minutes ago about certain people judging certain areas as being better than others. Video Pirate, you were very, very right. It should be the Mr. Blinder live subscriber hangout now, but oh, hang on. Fuck, Dad, that's the second time you've asked that. I'm guessing it's a joke. What's better than a rose on your piano? And I think Christ Puncher has just answered it. Tulips on your organ. Right, sorry guys, I haven't looked at the Discord for a while. Clear Cognition, thank you, mate, but you didn't have to send the holy guacamole, Radical, what is that you've sent me a picture of? That's a car? Right, sorry everyone, I've not been paying attention to the Discord. So, Stop believing, start thinking asks, how do I get my hair so great? Do you go to a barber or do you use a razor? Both, actually. I shave my head every night, but I go to the barber to get my beard attended to. And this just needs a shine every so often, but I shave my head every night. Mega pause, please. Creaky, how are you getting on? How did you find the vape? I've been thinking of quitting, but the popcorn lung stuff scares me. Popcorn lung is a myth, dude. Google it, you'll find it. I've told the story in live streams before, but I'll very quickly go through it for your benefit again. All it is I'm trying to think of the quick version. Imagine how many factories there are throughout the world that make popcorn. There's an artificial sweetener called diacetyl. The guy's job was to stand above a giant, I think I've said the name of that sweetener wrong, but Google it, you can correct me later. MC Toon corrected me last time, but he's not here tonight. His job was to slash open the bags of this artificial sweetener, pour them into a big vat to sweeten the popcorn. And he did that for 20-25 years, and he contracted a lung disease, and because he worked in a popcorn factory, his doctor named it popcorn lung. And then when they found out that they were using this diacetyl sweetener in some American-made e-liquids, obviously then, because of the media, vaping gives you popcorn lung, and I promise you it doesn't. My lungs have never felt better. I haven't smoked now for nearly 5 years, and absolutely the best thing I ever did. Obviously I'm biased because that's one of my businesses, but honest to God, try it. I've got nothing to gain by any of my subscribers trying e-cigarettes instead of smoking tobacco. It will make a huge difference to your life. And if you've got absolutely no willpower like me, it'll also make you really fat. That's the next thing on my list of creaky improvements that need to be made. And I apologise for I haven't been ignoring the questions. Casual Spaceman, anyone know what's happening about Creaky's Hangout? Casual Spaceman, are you still in the side chat? Are you still watching this? Like, this is the Hangout, dude. I don't know if you've misunderstood, but this is the Hangout. It's just that I'm not talking about anything special. I'm just chatting to my subscribers, hanging out with my subscribers, shooting the breeze. This is the Hangout, so I'm not sure if you've got confused. Flat Earth Skeptic, I just bought the vape. Yeah, try it. The key thing is, obviously, right, I know how difficult it is to stop smoking tobacco. The key to it for me was, this is my cigarette. And every time I wanted a cigarette, boom. Simple as that. Video Pirate, is my e-liquid nicotine free? What, the e-liquid I'm using at the moment? No, it's not. It's 3 milligram. Very occasionally I will vape 0 milligram, but that's usually if I'm too lazy. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'll have a look at that later on. Super Ghost UK. Because as you can all probably see, if this isn't your first time here, I struggle enough to keep these streams on track as it is. Now I can't find the Discord page. There we are, I've got it back. So have I addressed all the questions? Yes, I have. Anyway, I did start saying about, what time is it now? It's 10 to 9. Bloody hell, have we been going nearly an hour and a half already? I did start saying, Brainy Beaver's here. I didn't see you, Brainy Beaver. When did you sneak in? I did just see Beaver. Ah, there he is. Hello, Brainy Beaver. How are you, sir? Sub-ohming is the watt forward. If by watt you mean way S2000 GT, you, sir, are 100% right. Good evening, AB Science. How are you, sir? Lemon meringue pie flavour. Your e-liquid is nicotine free but THC heavy. So it's obviously homebrewed then, Jonathan. Sub-ohm 3 milligram. How many people in the side chat? How many people are watching now? How many people are watching? 106. Is it 106 people watching? I don't think so. I think I need a refresh. 101. Oh, that's not bad. 101 people watching. How many of the people watching now use electronic cigarettes, have used electronic cigarettes to successfully stop smoking the evil weed? And by the evil weed, I mean tobacco. Eric Barnett, just learning to wrap my own coils. What a money saver. It is a massive money saver, and being the owner or part owner of a vape shop, I am completely against it. Because when people learn to wrap their own coils, they no longer come in and buy coils. But yeah. It is a massive... I'm joking, obviously. We actually encourage people to learn to wrap their own coils because the vaping experience is so much better. Oh, 1, 2, 3, no, oh, tried once, but I'm going to still smoke regular cigs. Charisma, what was your issue with it? I bet you it was making you cough and you thought, oh, screw this, this makes me cough. I'm just going to go back to smoking tobacco. If that is the case, you've got to give it sort of 4 or 5 days. And it works, I promise. Because it used to be the case, if you were out in a public place and you didn't smoke, you'd be the odd one out. But now, if you smoke, you're the odd one out. It's just what I've noticed. Zed posted, yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Yeah, made you cough up a lung. Charisma, you probably had too strong an e-liquid. And you give it a month and it was still making you cough. What strength e-liquid were you using? I'm guessing a high one. Anyone taking up smoking to quit vaping? No, Grim Reaper. Not that I know of. Anyway, as I was saying earlier on, before I got massively sidetracked by about 10 miles, I came across a video and No. Thought it would be fun, possibly, if I can make it work. Okay. So if I do that, does it work? Ah, there we are. So, as I was saying, I came across a video and I kind of... Oh, what's going on? Why do I keep nosing at the chat? I shouldn't do that. I should be the ever-professional host and just get on with what I was going to get on with. So, I came across a video earlier on. Ancient Temple of Time Travel found in India. Is anyone interested in having a little look at that? because everyone's talking about vaping now in the side chat, and they, yeah. Right, I thought you might, strangely enough. Oh, there we are, cough up a lung. Even I can cough up a lung. Excuse me. Right, let me see if I can do this. Right, let me know in the side chat if you can see a little me down in the bottom corner. And, of course you can. Why do I doubt myself? Why do I doubt myself? So what I need to do now, I believe, is move that over hither so that I can see what's going on. And
hey guys, we are going to look at this temple called Panchavarna Swami Temple, and from the outside it looks like an ordinary temple built in the last century, but it is actually at least 2,000 years old.
Right, I am still here and I am paying attention. But what this guy is doing now, it's a temple in India, and he's explaining a little bit about the history of the temple, but I've got to let it play because otherwise, yeah, design
of this temple. It is designed in a way that normal visitors see normal carvings, and if you are a serious researcher, there are carvings which are baffling, and they're all carved in the dark corners of the temple.
Right, so if you're a serious researcher, some of the carvings in this Indian temple are baffling, and they're carved in dark corners. Now, I can't be 100% certain, obviously, but if this temple was built 2,000 years ago, there would have been a lot of dark corners when when some of these carvings were done. But yeah, let's just, yeah.
Today, even though the temple has electric lights, the strangest carvings still lurk in deep, dark areas, and these carvings have no explanation.
By deep, dark areas, I think he means far away from the electric lights, far away from the lamps, or possibly in corners, but I could be wrong.
Now, let's take a look at this carving. It has a figure which has the head of an elephant.
Oh, an elephant with boobies. I'm liking the way this video's going.
Elephant standing upright.
And wings.
You may think this is the popular Hindu god Ganesha, but it is not, because this is a female figure and Ganesha is a male god.
Well, of course it's a female figure. It's got the boobies.
And what's even more interesting is that it has wings like an eagle. You can even see the feathers on the wings. Now look at the legs. These are long, slender, cylindrical feet which defy any explanation. What could this possibly be? Even today, scientists have not been able to create such a species through genetic engineering.
Right, hang on a second now. It's a carving on a wall in an Indian temple. It's not based on a real being. I hope.
We do not have enough technology to do this as of today. But 100 years from now, we could easily create a species like an elephant with wings. Believe it or
An elephant with wings? Hasn't he seen Dumbo?
not, scientists are said to be secretly working even to create human beings with wings. It is estimated that this will be achieved in less than 100 years from now.
Again, human beings with wings. Vampires? Oh no, they turn into bats before they fly, don't they? Sorry, I get my mythical creatures confused.
And this is exactly what we see here in this carving. At first look, I thought it was just a regular mother playing with a baby. But upon looking carefully, I realized that she has wings.
No, she hasn't got wings, she's just got the hump.
Ready to fly. While these carvings seem to show developments in the future, here's a carving which shows something from a distant past. This animal you see here is a type of saber-toothed cat, sometimes even known as a saber-toothed tiger. This particular species is called Thylacosmilus. The Thylacosmilus looks like a modern day lion or tiger, but the main difference is its exceptionally long upper canine teeth. This carving undoubtedly shows this particular species with protruding fang like teeth and a long tail. If you compare this carving with the modern day recreation of this animal using fossil evidence, we can see that they're almost identical. However, here's the problem. All experts agree that this species became extinct 2.5 million years ago. And his
Right, and this is where he goes off on a bit of a tangent, because I did watch this video earlier on. So, actually, just listen to what he says.
historians and archaeologists tell us that this temple was built about 2,000 years ago. In order for sculptors to carve such an animal, they must have seen the Thylacosmilus. So,
Okay, this guy has clearly never heard of imagination. What he's saying is, in order for somebody to have carved... I think what he's trying to say is, in order for somebody to have carved this saber-toothed tiger carving, they must have seen it in the flesh.
how did sculptors accurately carve this animal 2,000 years ago, even though the species became extinct 2.5 million years ago? Think
I'll just stop the video there and say good evening to Julian HG. If I'm not very much mistaken, this is the very talented man who is a painter and maker of cast YouTube play buttons. If not, I apologise for getting it completely wrong, because I've got an absolutely shit memory, but I believe it is you, Julian. How are you, sir? Back to the video.
Think about this. How can a temple contain both futuristic carvings and carvings from a distant past?
It's called imagination, isn't it? So, can you follow along with what he's saying? He's basically saying that some of the carvings are from the past, some of the carvings are from the future, so they must have been travelling through time to see them. This guy's obviously never heard of imagination, as I said just now, because you haven't... You can carve something. You can paint a picture of something. You can imagine it in your mind's eye without ever having to have seen it. Try and do it now. Close your eyes and think of a chicken with dog's legs. It's really easy to do. And you will see a chicken with dog's legs. So does that then make you a time traveller? No.
The only way someone could record something from both future and past accurately is by doing time travel. Were ancient builders in India capable of time travel? Is there more evidence of time travel in Hinduism? What is remarkable is that the ancient text called Bhagavata Purana not only describes time travel, but also the concept of time dilation.
So, there we have it. Time travel. I've covered time travel in a video before, and I looked at this afternoon when I was researching, because believe it or not, I do research my videos, usually for about 5 minutes before I start recording them, but today I was trying to be organised, and this video tickled my fancy, but I didn't think it was usable to make an episode of Creaky Weekly, so I thought I would try and look at it in my live stream. And yeah, time travel. And Julian, I did just see your reply. You are most welcome, sir. I saw one of your videos a couple of days ago where you were painting, I wish I didn't have such a poor memory, but you were painting a portrait of a boxer dog. Can you paint me like one of your French girls, Julian HG? Or does it not work like that? Or maybe a play button if you've got the spare time. Sorry, I shouldn't ask. But if you want to do it, you know, just do it.
Even though we think that Albert Einstein was the first person to clearly understand this. According to the text, a king and his daughter make an interstellar journey to see Lord Brahma.
There we are. So it wasn't Albert Einstein after all. It was this blue guy
who lives in a different planet. They had to wait for a short while before meeting Lord Brahma. And when the king talks about the issues he's currently facing on Earth, Lord Brahma begins to laugh loudly and explains that time runs differently on...
And here we have the giant space sperm. Now, we've all seen the space comma as provided to us by conspiracy cats, but the Creaky Blinder has found the very first space sperm. So enjoy.
Different planes of existence. Lord Brahma explains that during the seemingly short time the king and his daughter experienced through the interstellar visit, more than 116 million years had passed on Earth. So he tells them, when you go back, all your friends on Earth, enemies, and their sons, and all their descendants would have died long time ago. No one...
Hang on a second. Did anyone else see a giant space eye then? We've seen the space comma, we've seen the space sperm. I'm sure I just spotted a space eye.
And their sons, and all their descendants...
Oh, there it is. You tell me that's not an eye. I was going to point at the screen then, but that would be completely pointless because you can't see what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. I'm in the bottom. Hello, me. Hello, there, over there. Hello, me. That's definitely a space eye. I don't care what anyone says.
Would have died long time ago. No one even knows about...
Renata, not that I want to make you feel awkward or uncomfortable, but I am actually Catholic. I am, really.
Their names anymore. Of course, until 1900s, people regarded this story as a base...
Hang on a second. Turquoise Laura, where are we blocked from? Who's blocked me now?
Fantasy with no logic. And then Einstein comes along and explains time travel and time dilation. And now even scientists agree that yes, this is a pretty accurate description of time travel and dilation. But what really amazes me is that this temple even has a carving of Brahma in his planet.
This guy really can't grasp the concept of imagination, can he? What really amazes me is that this temple has a carving of Brahma. I'm guessing Brahma, because I'm far too lazy to have done any actual research on the topic, is a Hindu god of some description, many of which are depicted, which definitely doesn't mean that they've actually been seen, you pleb.
And it looks completely exotic. It doesn't resemble the Earth at all. Brahma looks humanoid, but he has this strange long beard.
Excuse me, sarcastic barman, what time do you call this? I'll be finishing in 20 minutes. Where have you been? You'd think you had a pub to run. Unacceptable.
And his dreadlock-like hairdo is coming down to his waist. The tree shown in this planet doesn't look like a regular tree. This actually looks more like a brain, and the trunk resembles the brainstem. This somehow seems to signify the consciousness or spirituality. And what is this tree connected to? A mysterious lingam, often explained as a source of unlimited power. Perhaps Brahma is tapping into this bigger power source and taking some power in his own portable device.
Hang on a second, all that is a brain tree. But brain tree's in Essex, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it is.
He holds a mysterious handbag, and note that this ancient handbag does not touch the ground.
He's got an ancient handbag. Wouldn't it be an ancient man bag? And his bag doesn't touch the ground. You wait till you get a bit older, pal. Then your bag will get nearer to the ground, I promise you.
We see this depiction again and again, not only in ancient Indian temples, but in civilizations around the world. The gods and saints of all ancient civilizations carry a mysterious bag which never touches the ground.
And what he thinks, not that I want to spoil the video. Right, okay, compose myself. He thinks that these ancient carvings are carrying the batteries for their time machine around in their ancient man bags. Sorry.
A standard procedure we use for all batteries today. Was this bag some kind of a power source? Now, why did ancient builders design this temple in such a way that all these strange carvings are located in dark areas where normal visitors do not see them?
When this temple was built, if it was 2,000 years ago, there wouldn't have been anything but dark areas, because 2,000 years ago there would have been no lights. Would there?
The more I look, the stranger the carvings get. Remember, I showed you the carving of a bicycle. This carving is also from the same temple. To normal visitors, these carvings are not visible at all.
What? I've completely lost my train of thought now. That was an ancient Indian bike. Looked a bit like a chopper to me, but what do I know? And the the carvings weren't visible to the untrained eye. There may be a good reason for that.
But were they left as clues to be seen by researchers like me?
Researchers like you, little small man down in the bottom corner. What are your credentials? What are your professional researching capabilities? Because I'm not impressed from what I've seen in this video.
Were ancient builders capable of time travel?
No, they weren't. They weren't.
Is this why we see carvings of the distant past and future? How else could they carve genetically engineered hybrids as well as extinct animals.
He did just say that. How could they carve genetically engineered hybrids? On... the, how are they genetically engineered hybrids and future animals? They're just carvings. The people that carved these would have been talented artists like Julian HG in the chat. And as I'm sure Julian will tell you, it's possible to come up with a masterpiece just from your mind's eye. Not every piece of artwork, whether it be a painting, a sculpture, a carving, whatever it may be, is factually based or drawn from true life. People have got imaginations, and I find the fact that this guy can't grasp that hugely ironic.
Perhaps the key to all these questions can be found on the ceiling of this temple. Usually the ceilings of temples contain complex cymatic patterns.
I thought he was going to say usually the ceilings of temples are found above your head, but no, I was wrong, sorry.
But when I look at the ceiling of this temple, there's something out of the ordinary. There's not much light in this area, but do you see what this is? Does it have the answer to this important question? Were ancient builders capable of time travel and interstellar travel?
Right, I can answer that question. No, they weren't. Simple as that, really. They weren't. They weren't. Right, I don't know how you guys found that, but I thought it would be fun to try and do something in a live stream which is as close to one of my videos as possible. How did I do? How was it for you? Oh dear me. Did I just see Marvel Girl come into the chat? Hello Marvel Girl, how are you this evening? You missed some vape chat earlier on as well. There would have been some good information for you there, but I will get the information to you, I promise. Right, let me move that back to there. Right, thank you for the super chat, Curve Pimp. Let me just get back to your message. Pastor Dean. Dean who? Dean Oddle is a flurfer. Who is Pastor Dean? Let's have a look. Let me get on the old Google machine. Images. Oh. Now then. Now he looks like somebody that's begging to have a video made about him. As I said in my Friday episode of Flat Earth Friday, flat earthers are literally falling over themselves to be in my videos. They just don't realise it. That's okay, Marvel Girl. Nobody's ever late for any of my videos. They just choose not to get you at the beginning. Logical Hillbilly, thumbs up. Magical. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Lost Anna. Oh. I just saw a question. What? What? Brass knuckles, not enough neck tattoos. I agree with you, actually. My next one is going to be my throat. And I'm very tempted to have the all-seeing eye in a triangle with some lovely fluffy clouds around it. Does that sound like a good plan? Do you think that the conspiracy and flat earth community would enjoy having the all-seeing eye staring straight back at them from every one of my videos? I think it would be highly amusing. Trickster, do it, yeah. Jonathan, do it, yeah. I agree. I'm kind of feeling it. Oh, Jen Morgan's here. Hiya, Jen Morgan. How are you? Brass knuckles, you've got a huge tattoo on your Adam's apple. Yeah, that's the only thing. I'm a little bit... And I'm also really, really ticklish under my chin. And I know that both sides of my neck and the back of my neck they weren't mega painful, but they weren't the most fun I've ever had getting tattooed, if that makes sense. Love the idea of an all-seeing tattoo. That would make my day. Yeah, I'm kind of... I like the Star Wars reference, Super Ghost. In the words of Senator Palpatine, do it! Don't do it for that, though. Creaky Blinder, do it if you want it. Turquoise Laura, you credit me with far too much sense. I would happily do it for the first reason. Oh. Just got off the course. How's the day? The golf course, I'm assuming. Deep Lemon. Lemon? Spelled with 2 M's? Okay, cool. How about a Freemasons logo? Oh, I don't know if I'd go that far, Jeff. And I think the irony of it will be quite funny because on which side? On this side of my neck, I've got praying hands. I've got a rose on this side of my neck. And I've got... Let me see if I can turn around without wrecking the joint. I don't know if you can see the back of my neck. But I've got the words "never give up" tattooed on the back of my neck. And I think an all-seeing eye just in this Joseph Davis says he's got a friend called Callum and he's a flat earther. Can you tell him he's a numpty? Yeah, Joseph Davis, it's a shame when I don't know if this Callum person is a close friend, but just tell him he's a spaz and never speak to him again. That's what I would do. In fact, that's what I've done. Not with this Callum person, obviously, because I have no idea who he is. But yeah, never speak to a flat earther. I'm always worried that stupidity is contagious. Radical, never give up. Did you just creaky roll us? No, there's the never give up tattoo is related to nearly losing my youngest son when he was born. Radical. Not that I want to take the shine off your joke, but yeah, it's about the only tattoo I've got that's got any real significant meaning to it. And if that's made you feel awkward, I apologise. But being Dutch, you don't get offended, do you? So, MC Toon, you're the only person that has seen the 2 W's on my bum cheeks. So nobody else has seen that tattoo. Marvel Girl, it's funny you should say that. My brother has actually got some Chinese characters on the top of his arm there. It's the only tattoo he's got. And he's yet to have confirmed what it actually says, but he was told that it said his name. And again, I don't know if I'm right, and I don't know any Chinese people that I can reliably ask. Correct, AB Science. But Chinese is a phonetic language, which I believe means... so if your name was... So like Creaky, that would be 2 characters. Is phonetic the right word? I'm not sure. So Creaky would be 2 characters in Chinese. One for Cree and one for Key, I think. But I'm not sure. I could be wrong. And my brother's name is 1 syllable. So is 2 character Chinese tattoo probably doesn't say his name. Brass Knuckles Kung Pao Chicken $4.99. It could well say Kung. I always tease him and say it says egg fried rice, but I may be wrong. Have I got any pictures of what Marvel Girl? Yeah, I thought it was King of Dalriada. Is it King of Dalriada? It is a phonetic language. Thank God for that. I am right, am I, Marvel Girl? Awesome. Oh, dear me. How many people are watching now? I like to keep an eye on how many people are watching. Oh, only 86. So 20 people have got bored and buggered off then. I like to check how many people are watching because it gives me an idea as to whether or not I've been going on a bit too much. Cheers, guys. That's what I was hoping you were asking for, a picture of Marvel Girl. I will try and get it. Well, you know somebody who can translate it, Marvel Girl, or can give me an accurate reading as to what my poor younger brother's tattoo actually says. Off the hook. If anyone decides to get the ETE tattoo, get it on the front of your body. There are so many Looney Tunes, and how can I be afraid to get it? Logitrol Knox Coke is better. I tried Coke once, Logitrol. I didn't do it again though. I cut my nose on the can, so it's the last time I ever tried sniffing Coke. I know, Radical, I've relapsed. What can I say? I'm a weak individual. Brass Knuckles, my excuse is I worked for Pepsi for 10 years and I had a free supply of Pepsi Max, which got me addicted, I'm sure. So if anybody from PepsiCo is watching this live stream, I'm coming for you. I'm going to sue you. Coke Zero. When I worked for Pepsi, we weren't even allowed to say the word Coke. We had to refer to it either as the other cola company or the red brand. Thank you, Jeff. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I did warn you that it was nothing spectacular. It's just me talking absolute nonsense and trying not to run out of things to say. So, Brass Knuckles, what have you got tattooed on your throat then? I'm curious now. Or did you say and I just wasn't paying attention? I have a Chinese tattoo on my forearm. For years, my Chinese work friend made me believe it was dog shit, so I covered it a year later and found out he was lying and it was actually correct. That's funny. Oh, dear me. You have a freebase Pepsi Nax? No, but I've done it with Pepsi Max. Never tried Pepsi Nax. Hang on, why can't we have nice things? He's going to forget that by the time you answer. I may regret saying this, but what am I going to forget? We can't have nice things. Oh, that sounds nice, brass knuckles. I did think of something along those lines myself, but yeah, I don't know. How many of you have noticed that I've got two tattoos on my face? Oh no, my glasses hide it well. Oh, why can't we have nice things? Now I'm really curious. Oh. See, this this is what I find confusing now. I've got people in the chat saying things. Just realised this is one of the only channels I'm not blue in. I don't even know what that means off the hook. Alright, as in you haven't got a spanner. Steve Jobs described Pepsi as sugared water. Well, Pepsi Max has got no sugar in it, and Steve Jobs is dead, so I feel fine about drinking it. See, now S2000 is saying me, Sue Pinter is saying where, TNT is typing in Chinese, and now I'm really confused. Curve Pimp has got a tattoo of a tattoo. Steve Jobs is a silly, says Radical. Was a silly. Sir Mildred Pierce, which prison did you get your tattoos in? Now, funny you should say that, Sir Mildred, because when people see facial tattoo, see, it used to be the case, and I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but I'd like to think that Brass Knuckles will back me up on this. It used to be the case that if somebody saw you and you had neck tattoos or face tattoos, tattoos on your hands, you must have been in prison. I've never even been in trouble with the police. I am a good boy. And I always have been. Yeah, I think that ding was a new subscriber. I'm going to have to sort out my my alert box, Radical, because your box is far more impressive than mine. Teardrops are if you've killed people. TNT, I've spoken to you on Discord. You don't sound Chinese. It's very impressive. And are you now insulting me in Mandarin? I'm going to copy and paste that and Google Translate the crap out of it. Joseph Davis asks, what device am I vaping with? It is a UL Whirl 22. Trickster asks if I'm a rider. I'm hoping you're talking about motorcycles. Yes, I am, Trickster. I'm just doing a bit of quick Google foo. TNT, according to Google Translate, that means bun. B-U-N. Right. Ah, but see, Trickster, again, that's just stereotyping. So, do all bikers have tattoos? Yeah, they do. Damn. I'm not very good at this. Right. I just saw another question. Right. Monolis 23100. What's the story with so many tattoos? There is no story. I just like tattoos, and I will continue to get tattooed. So there's no real story, I'm afraid. Nothing that interesting or exciting about me. I just like tattoos. I like the way they look. And I like to stand out in a crowd. Right, okay, I'm glad of that, Marvel Girl, because I was wondering why TNT was calling me a bun. The Atheist Hammer, Creaky called TNT a ham sap low. TNT, you're a ham sap low. See what kind of reaction that gets then. TNT isn't Chinese, is he? Not judging by his avatar anyway, looks more like a Scot to me. Oh, God. Video pirate, have you got any tattoos on your manhood? No. But I thought scratching my chin and gazing into the distance would make you wonder if I did or didn't. No, I haven't. Ow! Turquoise Laura says, and that's why she has blue hair. Exactly. Why? It baffles me why anybody wants to blend in. But I do understand that whether it's right or wrong, in some professions, in some work environments, tattoos are still frowned upon. Even though, in my humble opinion, I just see that as another form of discrimination. What Sir Mildred just said, the earth is flat. But it isn't, is it? So, let's not worry about that. I just saw another interesting question. TNT loves him some bacon. What was my most painful tattoo? That one. I would rather put my fingers in a blender and turn it on than get my other fingers tattooed. But knowing me, I will at some point end up getting my other fingers tattooed. So yeah, the lower part here of my fingers was probably my most painful tattoo. I can't even remember who asked that. I'm so easily distracted. Off the Hook says, I wish my eyes were better. Off the Hook, are you male or female? Not that it matters. Oh, female, I can see now. You think it is discrimination in some places. It's technically the colour of your skin. Yeah, you are right. And there was an instance, a school incident involving one of my sons, and he used to have quite large stretched earlobes, as did I. And it was funny because the school phoned me and asked me to come in because stretched earlobes were not an acceptable part of school uniform. So I turned up at the school to see the teacher with my neck tattoos and my 22mm stretched earlobes, And as soon as the teacher laid eyes on me, they could see that that argument was going anywhere. I just pulled out one of my gauges and said, if he takes it out, he's got a massive hole in his ear like that, which from a health and safety point of view is even more dangerous than having the jewellery in there to protect it. So, brass knuckles, we were talking about that earlier on. I actually made an inquiry about it, but I bottled it because my prescription's really weird. Like I said, these aren't my real glasses. These are just the Creaky Blinders glasses. They're my old reading glasses that I now use for the computer. And unicorns exist. They just got fat and depressed. Now they're called rhinos. Yeah, I actually wear variofocals, which are these. These are my real glasses. And my eyesight is very different in both eyes. I've tried contact lenses and everything, but I couldn't see anything. Nothing at all. So I was going to go and be assessed to see if I should if I could get laser eye surgery done, but I don't know. But perhaps I will one day. But I kind of like wearing glasses because, again, it's something else that, you know, is, well, I just like glasses. I have got www.mctoon.net on my bum. You're right. I had it done under sponsorship. I had it done under... I'll have anything tattooed. I'm not bothered. As long as... Yeah, I just will. Not for free. Not just for a laugh. But, you know, if I can see a good enough reason to have something tattooed on me, then I will. Yeah, Marvel Girl, I'm sure my mother and my auntie have both had laser eye surgery and they wore glasses all their lives, and now neither of them need to wear glasses anymore. But you're all making me feel self-conscious telling me to get laser eye surgery. You're trying to say that you don't like my glasses. I'm getting sad now. Laser eye surgery has come a long way in the last decade. I would hope so. Brass knuckles. Have I heard of the Japanese doctor who paid for the Yakuza members' funerals if he could preserve their tattooed skins? I hadn't heard of that, but I knew that some of the Yakuza's full body suit tattoos were preserved, but I didn't know it was for that reason. That's really interesting, actually. I may have to do a bit of Google foo on that. Thank you, Sue Pinter. At least somebody likes my glasses. Yeah, brass knuckles. That's bullying. Simon Ross, live sponsorship deal coming up. Yeah, I think I think I should be sponsored by, like, Vision Express or Specsavers or other glasses companies are available. Trickster, what have I got coming up in the next couple of days? Well, you know, I don't know. Basically, Trickster, I'm guessing you're a new subscriber then, yeah? I saw the message before you retracted it, TNT, so... No, I wouldn't. I would like laser eye surgery, not to get better vision, but to fire lasers out of them. That's why I didn't turn up, to be honest, Flat Earth Skeptic, because I made the appointment under the assumption that I would have that capability, but once they said I would just no longer need to wear glasses, I was nowhere near as interested. I'm a bit weird with my glasses. Sometimes I like wearing them. Other times I think, oh my god, this gets on my nerves and my face gets all sweaty and gross and horrible. And now I cannot see anything at all. Just this is my Friday. I have a long weekend, so to speak. Yeah. So on Tuesday, Trickster, I will have another episode of Creaky Weekly, as I do every week, and on Friday it'll be Flat Hard Friday. Do you think I need to change the name of the Friday show, people? I've had a few people now telling me that Flat Hard is highly offensive, and I'm not going to say it here, but I know why they're saying it. Because of the tard. Damn, I said I wasn't going to say it. Do you think I need to change it? Just to like... The reason I chose Flat Hard Friday is because Simon Dan already was doing Flat Earth Friday. And obviously you don't want to copy other creators. I don't know, Flat Fridays? Maybe? Thank you, Video Pirate. I see better with them as well, strangely enough. I know it's highly appropriate, but I'm thinking algorithm-wise. Do you think the algorithm knows what tard means? In the context that I'm using it. Flatty Friday. Wasn't he the Lewis twins' father, Turtle Moves? Nice Twin Towns reference there that nobody except you and I, and maybe S2000, unless he's buggered off, will understand. Well done, Turquoise Laurie. You've just reminded me of something I never, ever do. Flat Turd Friday. Yeah, I quite like that. Flatulent Friday. When do I hit 5k subs, Julian HG? Damn, I've left my crystal ball downstairs. But, using my analytical skills, and, bear with me one moment. Damn, where's that gone? And Social Blade. I would like to estimate that I will hit 5,000 subscribers. I've picked up 200 since Friday. I was just a shade over 4,000 on Friday, and I'm on 4,200 and something now. Daily average is 23. If I had to give you my best estimate, Video Pirate, that's exactly what I was just going to say. I would estimate, Julian HG, that I should, all things going well, expect to be hitting 5,000 subscribers in about 3 weeks. It would be nice if it happened in 2 weeks. It'd be even nicer if it happened in a week. But I'm realistic. I would guess, based on my sort of average growth, I would say it'll take me about 3 weeks to get to 5,000 subscribers. What am I on now? Right now, as we speak. Let's go live to my channel page. 4,237 subscribers right now this second, Julian. And I was being absolutely serious earlier on what I said about your videos. They're really, really awesome. I really enjoy watching your content. And I like your glasses as well. I bet they weren't £25 in Specsavers, were they? Brass Knuckles, Count Dankula. Now there's a controversial YouTuber for you. I actually really enjoy his content. He's not going to be to everyone's taste, but Count Dankula's content is very, very good. And I would actually love to do a collaboration with him, because I watched his video I watched it in work on Friday afternoon about Chopper, is it Chop? What the bloody hell is his name now? I can't remember his name. The Australian guy. What was his name? Mark Chopper Reed. And it was very, very interesting. I actually like his content, but I know that it's caused him a lot of grief. And I can see varying comments coming through. Marvel Girl loves Count Dankula. King of Dalriada says he's an idiot. So yeah, he is he's what I would call a Marmite channel. You're either gonna love him or hate him. Yeah, the video that got him in trouble was something to do with, I won't use the word here, obviously, because the algorithm is always listening, but wasn't it something to do with his pug and a particular symbol that's not very PC? And I don't mean personal computer. Deathpool Wilson, you've been fixing roofs? Thank you, Julian. Christ puncher, I'm outraged that I didn't get a toy in my Happy Meal. Count Dankula, have a look at his channel, Laura, but he is really... You'll either think he's funny, or you'll think he's a total douchebag. I don't... Yes, he did King of Dalriada. That's the video that got him banned. And I'm going to have to delete that comment. Not because I don't want comments off you. It's because I didn't say that word for a very good reason. So, obviously, I don't want it in the... I don't want it in the chat. So, don't take it personally. Me deleting one of your comments. MC Toon doesn't like Marmite. We can no longer be friends. We just... How can you not like Marmite? MC Toon. Please. Come to the Marmite team. Do you know what's a really nice sandwich? I have no idea why I'm telling. How many people are watching? 86 people. A really nice sandwich is cheese and Marmite. Absolutely stunning. But you've got to put the Marmite on so thick that when you bite into the sandwich, it burns the roof of your mouth. Chrisma, what country are you from? If you don't know what Marmite is, because I'm sure they've got it in the... They've clearly got it in the States, because MC2 knows what it is. Yeah, I think Count Dankula is very funny, and if anybody knows him, tell him the Creaky Blinder would like to do a collaboration video with him. Because I'm absolutely amazed. I've got a particular interest in the Creaky twins. Not that I'm a big fan of violence or anything, I just find them absolutely fascinating. And I'm amazed that Count Dankula hasn't done a video on Ronnie and Reggie. Unless he has, and I just haven't looked back far enough in his channel yet. Oh, super chat from the Butcher. Thank you, the Butcher. Marvel Girl. Marmite is not gross. Marmite was sent from the heavens to be spread thickly on cheese in between two slices of bread. What is wrong with you? 483 subs. Is that how many subs he's on? Nearly 500,000. Maybe then, Radical, that would explain why he hasn't why he has not answered any of the 137 emails I've sent him or the 914 direct messages. That could be why. I jest, obviously. I've not asked him. I might actually. Oh my god, toast with real butter. Don't know, you're making me hungry. Oh, Marmite is yeast paste. Yeah, it is actually, which makes it sound a lot less appealing, but real butter on crumpets. Do you know what you've got to have on crumpets, Turquoise Laura? Is butter and sugar. Just sprinkle sugar all over them. TNT, Marmite is not wrong. How can you not like Marmite? And how can we be having... I said I was never going to debate anybody on my channel. But if you're dissing Marmite, I'm coming to get you. I will debate you. I won't really. I just really like Marmite. And it's making me hungry. Tomato and cheese is the best sandwich, says Christmas. No, it isn't. Cheese is fantastic anyway. But tomatoes should be made illegal. Or tomatoes, for all the Americans watching. Shane Ritchie knew the Cray twins. Did he, Super Ghost? I wouldn't have thought he was old enough. Oh, well, yeah, of course he would have been. Yeah, they only died, yeah. I had a friend that used to be a pen pal of... I can't remember which one of the Cray twins it was. He used to write to one of them, and they used to write back regularly. And Dave Courtney. Dave Courtney. Meridian, what's this all about then? To be honest with you, it's about absolutely nothing other than things that come to mind. Flat Earth skeptic. No, I'm not, but I should be. I should be. Somebody send Marmite. Is it Kraft makes Marmite? Send them this video. Tell them all the nice things I was saying about them. No, Charisma. Tomatoes are food of the devil, and they should be made illegal in every civilized country throughout the world. Why would you want to eat anything that explodes juice all over the inside of your mouth as soon as you bite into it? Anti-flatter. Toast with tomatoes and a pinch of salt, eh? Very nice, Mr. Gordon Ramsay. With bacon, of course, yeah. I just don't like tomatoes, sorry. Sue me. Marmite and Vegemite are the same thing. Vegemite is the Australian version of Marmite, as far as I know. I'm no expert, obviously. I don't like sit down in the evenings reading the history of Marmite. I just like it. Charisma, no, I don't like anything that explodes in my mouth when I bite it. An S2000 GT, you behave, please. You end up sniffing tomatoes in Aldi to find the ones that... What do you mean I've got some weird subscribers? You can't say that. They're right here. Go away. well, sniffing tomatoes, my wife actually grabs hold of a cucumber and shakes it before she buys one. And I asked her why she's doing it, and she said, well, if it snaps, it's no good. Yeah, insert joke there. Ah, now then, Anti-Flatter, you're talking my language. But I think I'm right about it being an Australian thing. I'm sure Vegemite is like what Australians created. Good evening, Simon Dan. How are you, sir? I'm sure Vegemite is what Australians created because they were jealous of Marmite. And in case you're wondering what you've walked into, Simon Dan, I'm hosting my first ever live debate. It's the Creaky Blinder versus every one of his subscribers that doesn't like Marmite. And you thought this channel never had anything educational on it. You were wrong, sir. And now MC Toon is asking Simon Dan what his opinion is on Marmite. Could this day get any better? I'll just let everyone fanboy over Mr. Simon Dan. Just bashed out 16 miles, Dan. God alive. Last thing I bashed out, I didn't even have to leave the house. Oh. Thank you again, the butcher. Mom, I don't disagree, another man's yeast extract. That's very true. Well said, Blair. Chris Witt 66, Marmite Black Gold Texas tea. I just love Marmite. Why is everyone making such a big deal of it? How's the training going, Simon Dan? I am in awe of your dedication because, as I said to you before, I couldn't run away from a dog if it was chasing me, trying to bite me. I just haven't got the energy. But I'm guessing, sadly, like everyone else in this community, you two are considerably younger than I. Anyway, everybody this year now, pay attention. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Let me just check. Right, there's 86 people here now. Oh, wrong button. Let me just refresh that just to make sure. Oh, 66 now, so people are really getting bored of me now and leaving. For those of you who don't know, and I'd be absolutely amazed. Oh, God. I'd be absolutely amazed if there were any of you that don't know, but Mr. Simon Dan, who is now in the chat, is running the London Marathon for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And I'm going to try and find... Actually, Simon Dan, you've got a blue spanner. Not a wrench, a spanner. Do you want to share your Just Giving link for your fundraising for the sponsor? Yeah, share your link, Dan. And some of these kind people, I'm sure, will be more than happy to contribute to your fundraising for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Share away, pal. Please. I would try and find the link myself, but... What do you mean, Blair? Lol. It is a spanner. I've got t-shirts to prove it. Visit the Creaky Blinder merch store. Yeah, share, Dan. Share. Exactly, S2000 GT. It's a spanner, mosh. Grape tomatoes. Ugh. That is, as we say in Wales, minging and hanging. Does anyone remember the Creaky Blender with... Creaky Blender? Does anyone remember the Creaky Blinder with hair? Is this the Mandela effect sort of thing? Sir Mildred Pierce, even two of my children don't remember me with hair. I've been minus it for that long. There we are, everyone. Simon Dan has just shared his Just Giving link. All jokes aside, if you can spare even a couple of dollars, a pound, £5, 10, but whatever it may be, show him some support, because he's doing it for a very, very worthwhile cause. And as I learned when my third son was born, you never know what causes to support until one lands in your lap. And I've talked about this in live streams before. I'm not going to go into it again. But if you can support Dan, please, please support him. It's a very, very worthwhile cause. And one of my followers on Twitter and one of my subscribers here, oh god damn, what's his name? But his grandson has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So, like I say, you never know. Just show Dan some support. I'm waffling. Tomatoes are great in the bin. Yes, they are. S2000. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no May about it, Turquoise Laura. You do have a photo of me with a big beard that Look a Pig very kindly... No, it wasn't Look a Pig, was it? It was bloody Radical. He took my beard off my chin and put it on my head. Golden Skeptic, that's it. Thank you, S2000 GT. That's who it is, Golden Skeptic. Does everyone here follow me on Twitter? Not that it makes a huge amount of difference, but I'm at the Creaky Blinder. If you want to follow me. Except you though, Charisma, because you like tomatoes and that's just wrong. I'm joking. I'm only joking. Oh, bloody hell, it's 10 o'clock. Who's fed up with me? Who wants me to end the stream and disappear into oblivion? S2000. Ah, you want me to go? Marvel Girl says tomatoes are life. No, they're not. Tomatoes are gross. They just taste sour and full of pips. Charisma, yeah, we see stuff like that all the time. It's... I don't even know what to say about that. It's just really stupid. I've not seen that commercial myself, but it doesn't lead people into smoking cigarettes. I'm not going to go off on a rant about this, right? But every time you see something negative about vaping or e-cigarettes, it's a big tobacco behind it. They are. Marvel Girl, you're Italian. What's that? Italians like the tomatoes. I don't know what accent that was. Sounded a cross between Cardiff and Sicily. Oh no, I like salsa and ketchup. I just don't like actual tomatoes. And I like tomato soup. But I just don't like tomatoes. Actual, real, live tomatoes. Flat Earth Skeptic, anyone who puts pineapple on pizza is just wrong. Actually, my wife does that. Sorry, Mrs. Blinder, if you're watching. Love you. But don't put pineapple on pizza. Ew. Chris Mayer, in Southern America, we were raised loving tomatoes. Yeah, I like passata as well, S2000. It's not the taste of tomatoes I don't like. It's why are we talking about tomatoes so much? It's not the taste of tomatoes I don't like. No, I don't. I don't like the... Ew, no. I don't like actual tomatoes. I don't like the taste of them. I don't like the texture. But I like tomato stuff. As long as it's not too tomatoey. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, it is. It's lovely, S2000. Yeah, you know, the way it feels in your mouth, Charisma. All slimy and it's like a big giant red snot ball. Ew. Mark Caesar, if you don't love pineapple on pizza, how can I remain a subscriber? I just put pineapple on pizza. It shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't. And no, don't put pineapple on pizza. What is wrong with people? I probably would video pirate, yes. Marmite and tomato sandwich. That's got possibility because I suppose the massively overpowering flavour of Marmite would kill the taste of the tomato. Yeah. Okay then. Anyway. Have I missed 50 questions in the Discord? Yes, no, maybe. Nobody cares. Doobie-doo, there's Radical's silly little red car. Is that what you drive, Radical? Is that how you get to work? Please say yes. And send me a selfie of yourself leaning on it, stylishly. Oh, I love grapes, Radical. Sorry, off the hook. But tell me I'm wrong. How does Discord work? You're one of my Patreon, Sue, so you should have access to the Discord only, the Patreon only Discord server as well. Just join Discord, download the app to your phone, or just visit the Discord website. And beneath my videos, not my live streams, are they beneath my live streams? I don't know. You will see a link to the Discord server that myself, Radical, Brainy Beaver, Fight the Flat Earth are all part of, and you will be able to join the server there, and I'm sure there will be plenty of people there willing to help you familiarize yourself with it, because I will admit I found Discord extremely confusing at first as well. Almost as confusing as trying to live stream. Right, people, I'm going to start wrapping this up because it's 10:15 in the UK, and I'm tired. But before I go, is there anything that has stood out to any of you guys that you have watched this week on the tubes that you think would make a good episode of Creaky Weekly. If there is, shoot me an email. thecreakyblinder@gmail.com. Oh, who's clapping? What's the clapping about? Thank you very much. Oh, mama. I can't even remember what my different... I think... Does that mean a new Patreon or a new subscriber or somebody... No, if somebody is super chatted, part of your heritage is from Wales. Which part of Wales? Christmas? Christmas? King of Dalriada. I've already done a video on Apex TV, I'm afraid. I know not everybody has seen every one of my videos, but I've already done a video on Apex TV, which was ding 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 diddle ding dooby dooby doo dooby dooby doo. Which was this one. Ah, no, why is this Chinese? I don't want to call anyone a bun. Copy link. Go back by here, not by there. Dunk. There we are. King of Dalriada. Perfect timing. There's the link to my video on time travelers. And Apex TV. But I agree with you, that channel is very funny, and I will make another video using Apex TV at the point. At some point, not the point. But, yeah. Cool. Who's tubes? Off the hook? Have I got tubes? Yeah, of course I got tubes. Right, okay. Oh, 4,237 now. Sir Mildred Pierce, you should do a video on the Mandela effect about where your hair went. I know where my hair went. I'll tell you the story one day. Oh, more Chinese right then. Right, guys, it's been fun, as always. But it is now 20 past 10, which is very, very late for me on a school night. So I'm just going to quickly, before I go, thank everybody once again. Scrat the Secret Squirrel for the $5 super chat. Clear Cognition for the $7 super chat. Split into two of 5 and 2, because 5 and 2 equals 7. And another $5 super chat from Scrat the Secret Squirrel, telling me he's got a spare room and he lives 6 miles from Clearwater Beach. Best in America. Come and visit. Okay. Curve Pimp $9.99. I'm just going to say $10. Thank you, sir. Pastor Dean. I knew somebody had mentioned. I'm going to add that to my potential flat art list. And 2 $1 super chats from the Butcher. Pat? I'm not sure. Oh, God, we had enough flat earthers earlier on. That's all we need is McFlatty coming in right at the end. I've got to make a video about this guy. I absolutely have to. Well, I'm completely lost for words when it comes to the sort of thing McFlatty is uploading to. He does it driving a car. I'm amazed he's been able to get a license, because with the intelligence level he demonstrates in his videos, how did he pass the theory test? Little ear twos and bigger peony too. Oh, Radical, it would seem that you are very good at Photoshop then. I wish you could share pictures in the side chat. I'm stealing that picture. Oh, you can't download pictures off Discord? Damn, dog. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very much indeed, as always. I'm out there. Take care, and I will see you all on Tuesday for Creaky Weekly, then on Friday for Flat Out Friday, and then, all things being well, back here next Sunday for another episode where we will discuss aubergines. See you next Sunday. Take care, guys. Bye.